Excuse me.
I'm sorry, but do you mind?
I was about to take my break, but, okay, go ahead.
So, it's been a while since I seen a men's room attendant. But it's okay. Go ahead.
No, sir, I can't do that.
No, really, it's okay.
No!
Well, I guess you probably heard it all on this job. Got to admit, makes me a little nervous. You know, exposed, if you will. Kind of reminds me of my Catholic upbringing.
How do you figure that?
Well, I'm stuck here in this tiny little room, nervous as hell about spilling my guts. Kind of reminds me of the confessional. Spilling my guts. I love a good double entendre.
Thought they served Italian food here.
Well, I wonder if one could spill one's guts while spilling one's guts.
Oh, I get it, but St. Stephen's lacks the plumbing for crappers in the confessional.
Recently, I started to date again.
Oh, shit.
Wife left me years ago. Champagne taste on a beer budget. Plus, she was banging her pastor. Some friends convinced me to try an online dating site, sugarmatch.com. I thought sugar, as in kisses, like give me some sugar. I chose Silver Spooner for my profile name because of my hair, and I wanted to let the ladies know that I like to cuddle. And I met this adorable gal with the name Goldilocks. She got the wrong idea about my profile name.
First date?
No, it's been months.
Well, if you're both happy with the arrangement, there's no problem then.
I learned pretty quickly that she expected fancy things in life. You know, meals, trip, travel, the works. But I'm retired. You know, I'm on a fixed income. A really tight budget. Oh man, you should see her.
Go on.
At first, I couldn't take my eyes off of her. Now it's my hands. Modern medicine. Here, I want you to have a look.
Is it true about those 4-hour warnings you see on TV?
More than her body is how she makes me feel about myself.
Well, you're happy now. Great.
Yeah, I mean, I feel virile, I feel strong, I'm totally confident, I'm in control, and I look better, you know, I look younger. I can't even pass a mirror without stopping to admire myself.
There's your problem.
My problem is, I don't have the money to keep it up, if you know what I mean. Right now I use an internet coupon site. Maxed out on one credit card and I'm reaching the limit with another. In fact, this is probably the last tablecloth joint I can afford.
Well, if you want my opinion, the money's not your problem, sir. It's lust.
Yeah, no kidding. But she's gorgeous. And I look really good standing next to her.
Yes, and you're lusting for yourself. What she's made of you, and it's clouding your judgment.
But I've got to convince her to marry me before she finds out that I'm broke.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, man.
So I bought a ring. I'm gonna propose tonight.
Huh, it's nice, but how much did that set you back?
It's cubic zirconia. You really don't pay attention, do you?
Listen, I knew a fellow once, blinded by lust. It didn't end well. He took advantage of a woman to serve his own vanity. He still regrets it and can't change what happened to her now. Think about this. Consider the other person. What if the shoe was on the other... Never mind. I've seen your shoes.
I like my shoes. Hey, can you change a buck?
Keep it. You need it more than I do, sir. Use it to pay on those credit cards and get yourself out of this whole mess.
Listen, at my age, opportunity only knocks once. Wish me luck.
Good luck. To both of you.
Hey, who are you? Where's Jimmy?
Jimmy's visiting his mother. I'm filling in.
Oh yeah, Mother's Day tomorrow. That a kid.
Oh, not that one. It's occupied. And, Jimmy's mother's deceased. I'm sorry to say he's visiting her grave.
Must have been young. What happened? Wrongful death? Did he sue?
You're an ambulance chaser?
What did you call me? No. Good guess, though. Criminal defense. White collar stuff. Embezzlement. Fraud. Tax evasion. Shit like that. Work hard for my innocent clients. You'd be surprised how often grunts get framed by fat cats.
Innocent clients? Don't they all deserve a competent defense?
No, not really. I don't give the shitheads the same level of service as the innocent. Feel the bar.
How do you practice?
Very carefully. Starting to feel a little bad, though.
About the double standard?
Fuck no. Guilty bastards deserve it, and I like giving it to them. Especially when it's some corporate type. Once I'm wise, I undermine them. Without drawing attention to myself, of course.
Of course. So you're judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
What do you feel bad about?
That guy who I passed on my way in here.
Go on.
I was talking to his girlfriend while I was in here. What's an old guy like that doing taking advantage of a young girl? I was hoping it'd kill him if she left him. But I wonder, what if it ain't like that?
Wrath.
What?
Wrath. It's what's making you feel bad, and it's holding you back. Study. Retake the bar. Accept your profession's canon of ethics. Stop judging people and serve them. See, you'll feel better.
I don't know. My cards. You ever get screwed by your manager, you call me. Share them with your friends. I didn't catch your name, brother.
It's Father Francis. Nice to have met you, Preston Beauregard Esquire.
You got it. Hey, you're all right, Frank. Tell Jimmy Preston says hey. And I'm sorry about his mom.
Oh, sorry there, good buddy. Didn't know you're 20.
Right.
Oh, shit, partner, you back a wallop.
Watch out for this one, Frank.
What do you want, Frank?
My name is Francis, and I work here.
What? You work here?
Yes.
In a John. Shit. I only piss on the job.
Wild guess. You're a trucker.
10-4, Frankie. Damn genius. Oh. Tell me, Frankie, you ever get hit by a golden trucker bomb?
No, I don't believe I ever have.
It's a piss bottle, Frankie.
Well, fortunately no. So, what's your handle?
Well, folks name me Daryl Eugene Mudd. That's with 2 D's. But on the asphalt, I'm known as Mud Flaps. On account I haul freight so fast, all you ever see is my behind. My first old lady, my bombardier, she used to ride with me. She went by Double D. Weren't no lie, neither, Frankie. Second wife, though, oh, she weren't worth a shit, though. Get that one over there, buddy? Huh? Silent type, huh? Silent but deadly, right, Frankie?
Charming.
Gotta admit, Frankie, you threw me a bit. Don't normally hit these hoity-toity places. Mostly just truck stops, you know. But today's my daughter Shelley's 8th birthday, and my wife Bethany, yeah. She want to do something special on account I'm never around.
That's great that you're giving Shelley a treat like this.
Yeah, just wish I could do likewise for all my kids.
Well, how many kids, Mr. Flaps?
Well, this here is Kelly, so that makes 15.
Oh, wow. I can see how you'd lose count. And I thought you said her name was Shelley.
Oh, yeah, you know, too many to keep track of.
Wow, that's a handsome child. Spitting image. Is she chewing tobacco, Daryl?
Oh, no, sucking on a marble.
Oh, yeah.
That kid never washes her face.
Yeah.
Well, here are the others. Got Bo, and Luke, and Daisy, Roscoe, Flash, and Bert, Sally, Jerry Reed, and Fred. Oh, and there's LaFonda. Oh, and John Denver. Country roads, take me home, country roads. That always makes me cry.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then there's Daryl, Eugene, Daryl, and Eugenia. That there's my seed.
16? That's one big family.
Well, they ain't all got the same mama.
Ah, divorce.
Not exactly. See, that there's a problem. Don't believe in divorce. That's a sin, you know.
You mean?
Yeah, I got kids all over the country. I keep trying to make the right family. I have the kids call me, you know, Uncle Daryl. Better that way, instead of them thinking their dad's some sort of deadbeat. Mamas all play along. One of these days, though, gonna make the right one. Gonna hit the jackpot. Gotta play to win, right, Frankie?
Good Lord, why?
Well, you know, my pop, he's a Rolling Stone. He's a truck driver. He's never around. Mama was tough on us, you know. She always had these boyfriends in and out. Little sister got the raw end of that deal.
Oh, my.
Anyway, I'd sit there and I'd watch TV, and there were all these great families. You had Cosby's and Connors and Simpsons, the Bundys. Hell, man, I wanted that. Neighbors all had great families too, and I was jealous. You know, they had double wides and inflatable swimming pools. And problem is now, I don't know how much longer I can keep this going.
Envy. Your trouble is envy.
My trouble is paying for this birthday dinner. You see that menu they got? Ain't a chicken wing on it.
Yes, envy leads to subterfuge that dispossesses other people. I knew an envious fella. He undermined men's marriages just to get at their wives. Envy consumed him. It was the root of his behavior.
You get that off the Skinamax, Frankie boy?
No. Wish I had. Listen, get back out there, but think about it, son. Reflect on the good things you have before you create another family. Make the best of the ones you've got.
Yeah, okay. I gotta get back to Kelly and,
Bethany
yeah,
and Shelley.
right.
Good luck, Mr. Flaps.
10-4.
Jesus Christ! Don't. Get in here! Get in here! Sorry, it just looked like you really had to go. Are you okay?
Enlarged prostate, okay?
Okay. Is there some other trouble?
Yeah, it's hereditary. And you're right, there is another thing. Meeting here with my defense attorney. My boss is framing me for embezzlement.
Oh, your lawyer wouldn't happen to be Preston Beauregard, would it?
Yeah, how'd you know?
He's a regular here, brings all his clients. So you were framed. Go on.
I sell dental supplies. You know, braces, retainers, bits for drills, even gold for crowns. I like the traveling and the selling. Well, liked, I guess. But I hate keeping the books. Too time consuming. Too hard. So my wife took over. But she's terrible. Figures never add up. I've been reprimanded several times.
And the embezzlement. You were framed. Go on.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. Don't rush me. You see, a couple weeks ago, Corporate Loss and Prevention called me. Said I needed to go to HQ to meet them with the CFO. Something about $365,000 of missing dental supplies. I've never stolen a thing. They demanded to see my books. You know, the stuff I sloughed off to the wife. Well, I could only account for $100,000. So they fired me and they turned over their evidence to the DA. The CFO's cooked the books and lined his own pockets.
Oh my, Lord, that's just terrible. But if it's any consolation, you've got the right lawyer.
Well, that's good, I guess. But that's not why I was crying. That guy I passed on the way in here is he's sitting at a table with my wife Stephanie and daughter Kelly.
You mean Bethany and Shelley?
No! I may be neglectful, but I know their names. They're out there celebrating Kelly's 11th birthday with some stranger. How could she do this to me? She told me I should meet with my defense attorney tonight. She would take Kelly and some friends to a pizza and games place. Stephanie lied to me. I was sitting with my back to them and I didn't see him get up to come in here, and when we passed, I didn't know what to do, so I just started crying. It's all my fault.
Don't be ridiculous. How's it all your fault?
I'm lazy. Too lazy to keep my books. Too lazy to take care of my family. Lost my job, my wife, and soon my freedom.
Yes, sloth is a problem. I should know. I've been putting off a duty for ages. But you're not to blame for your boss's treachery or your wife's betrayal. People are responsible for their own actions. Besides, there's, more to this than it seems.
How would you know?
How do I put this, I knew a fellow once. He tried to get with a traveling salesman's wife. Well, she didn't tell him that she was married. No. And, well, she hid it from both of them, and pretty soon she got pregnant, and, well, there was.
So you're saying that but Stephanie wouldn't, but oh my God, she has a secret family!
Yes, but you don't have to feel so bad. Even if you were less lazy and more attentive, it wouldn't have mattered. Your boss is an asshole. Your wife is an asshole. You can't control an asshole. See? That's better, isn't it? It's not your fault. But you're not gonna let them shit on you. You're not a toilet. You're not a toilet. You're not a toilet, are you?
I don't think so.
That's the spirit! Now, what are you gonna do about it?
I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna sit with my defense attorney and I'm gonna order dessert. I mean, they look like they're having so much fun with what they call him, Uncle Daryl. Poor bastard will find out soon enough.
Say, what's your name, pal?
Willie Sloman.
Willie. When you get back out there, take a long look at Kelly. And then another long look at that Uncle Daryl.
Why?
Trust me, just do it.
But Preston and I have to work on our defense.
Good. Run all this by Preston. See if he has any ideas.
Say, you wouldn't have anything for, incontinence?
Let's have a look down below. Excuse me. Let's see, we keep things for both restrooms in this box. Here. Here we are. That'll do.
Oh.
No? Good luck, Willie. I'm pulling for you.
Here, hold this, would you? Don't let it wrinkle.
Are you all right? You need help. What's your name? Who's with you?
Wellington Irving Jacobson. I'm fine. My wife is with me. You needn't disturb her.
Is it the food? You didn't eat the clams.
Oh, the food is sublime. No clams yet. I've eaten most every cuisine in the world, and I've never been sickened by a meal.
You're purging. You're a bulimic.
Certainly not. Those people are demented. I'm more of a Roman, preparing for the 5th course, and I need to make a little room. I always clean my plate. Hate to waste. Can't afford to, really.
Well, if you can't afford to miss a bite, why are you dining here? Why the purging?
Mommy and Daddy were culinary adventurers. Papa is an excitic man, a famous gastroenterologist. Mama was a stern woman, dietitian and author. Perhaps you've heard of her book, Shut Up and Eat? We vacationed round the world eating regional delicacies. While at home, we dined at fine restaurants most every night, Michelin rated. This is the best restaurant in town. That's why I'm here.
Okay. Why the purging?
Well, against their better judgment, Mommy and Daddy indulged my fancy at university. I studied sociology and economics. So please. Afterward, I earned an MBA in public administration. It's important to understand the financial and governmental bureaucracies in order to solve the systemic problem of hunger. Towel?
Go on.
Well, after I had landed my job, Mommy and Daddy said I had made my choice and I would have to support myself. They rarely even treat me to dinner around town. Any pomade?
Yes, and what's the job?
I am the executive director of Our Father's Table, a non-profit 501c3 food bank for the indigent. I do good work, and plenty of it, and for that, the board of directors rewards me with a generous sum of $31,173.59 annually. Outrageous. Come.
Well, yes, I've sent some of my I've told some of my less fortunate friends about that place. Look, I get it. At that salary, you can hardly afford to eat at a hot dog stand. But how is it you're dining here? Tonight?
Where is Jimmy, anyway? Who are you?
Jimmy's visiting his mother's grave. I'm filling in.
Yes, pity about his mum. She was a food bank regular at the end. Anywho, I found a way to simultaneously serve my clientele and indulge myself. Deservedly. You see, the food bank operates on donations from all kinds of restaurants. When we receive food that's beyond the appreciation of our clientele's palate, I pay a special agent to sell it to other restaurants through their back doors for cash. This allows me to dine out most every night. This is my Saturday habit. Bit of spray.
Just most nights? Poor boy.
Oh, you wouldn't understand. Fine restaurants are closed on Mondays, and Tuesdays feature Thursday's fish. Cologne?
You're a glutton.
Certainly not. I feed those people. I deserve better from the board, and certainly from the necessary boy. Nail, file!
You're the catechism definition of a glutton. You deny food to others to overindulge yourself. You're Caligula. This is a men's lavatory, not a vomitorium. You're sick.
I am not sick! I have my teeth, my hair is perfect, and my physician assures me my body mass index is 23.24, ideal. If you're saying I'm daft, let me assure you I am the specimen of mental health. My wife is a therapist at the free clinic. She should know. But I am in a bit of a pickle lately. Lint roller.
Go on.
The board is auditing our books. Soon they'll realize that receipts for donations do not square with food service records. When the board finds out, I'll be fired. Do you mind? Worse, I'll likely be charged with a crime.
See what gluttony has served you?
My problem is that I don't want to use Mommy and Daddy's attorney. I need my own lawyer who will help me manage an acceptable outcome.
Well, then, here. Take this. I know this lawyer. He specializes in cases like yours. Reasonable rates. He's your man.
Well, good boy. Doesn't this just beat all? I suppose I owe you a debt. Of gratitude.
No, you don't. Oh, miss, this is the men's room.
Get out of my way!
Miss, it's the men's room.
I can read. The ladies' room is out of order. Somebody exploded. I can't wait! Oh, don't make me get the manager! Now move! Oh. Ugh. Thank God.
I'm sorry, miss. I didn't know. Please don't involve the manager.
I was having a spectacular evening until you almost ruined it.
Oh, what's happening? A special occasion?
Well, if you must know, my boyfriend, well, fiancé, just proposed. I got so excited I nearly peed myself.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Thanks. And deserved. Been working this mark for months. Man, is he loaded. Fancy restaurants, ski vacations, spa treatments, the works. Won't need that college degree I sold myself for now. Hospitality management. Ugh.
Did you dance for tuition money?
Ew. No. I use sugarmatch.com to find gentlemen desiring companionship in exchange for tuition and books. My family's broke. Grew up without a dad. Uncle Daryl, who helped out sometimes. Just never enough.
Well, that's interesting on many levels, but that arrangement, it sounds like...
Well, it's not. It wasn't always physical, anyway. After graduation, I decided to throw in the line and see if I could hook me a whale. And boy, did I. After the wedding, I'll divorce the dope and take him to the cleaners.
Miss, greed is unbecoming on you. Tell me, was this an older gent, poor taste in footwear, perhaps?
How do you know? Oh, right. You met the bozo. So? What did he tell you?
Oh, well, I really shouldn't.
And what was the name of your manager again?
Well, he said he was going to propose. He even showed me the ring.
Oh, isn't it gorgeous? Told you he was loaded.
Yes, it's quite lovely for cubic zirconia.
You're lying. You feel sorry for this schmuck and want to throw me off his tail.
Well, have it your way, but here, take this. I know this lawyer. He specializes in people like you. He'll get you what you deserve.
Okay. Thanks.
No need. Son, where did we go wrong? Hello, Jimmy.
Hiya, Father Francis. Haven't seen you here in a while. No confessions today?
No, and it's been months since I've seen you at St. Stephen's. I took off to come check up on you today.
Sorry you've disappeared, Father. It's been rough.
Oh, that's all right, son, but things are looking up. You've been promoted. No more dishes. Congratulations.
Well, I guess.
Don't let pride get in your way, son. This is honest work. What's up?
Hey, Jimmy. Stay away from the clams.
Pride. That's my vice, Jimmy.
You sin, Father?
Well, certainly, Jimmy. It's like a children's book. Everybody sins.
Nice shoes, Father. And what sin do you mean?
Thanks. My new golf shoes supposed to help my putting game. The spikes come out. I'm breaking them in today.
And the sin? Go on.
I mean pride, Jimmy. It's the worst of the vices. Leads to all the others. Pride stems from knowledge, the root of the original sin. God didn't evict Adam and Eve for theft. It was because when he confronted them about it, they blamed themselves, and then each other. They used the knowledge from the apple to judge. And that's the worst sin of all, Jimmy. It's why Jesus came and brought the golden rule. But we can't treat our neighbor well if we're judging ourselves, see?
Wow, I never thought of it that way. So, how do you sin, Father?
Shoes on the other foot. Well, every Sunday, 3 collared pals join me for a round of golf. We try to squeeze a 9 before Mass at 10. Well, while chasing our balls, we tell tales from Saturday's confession.
Father Francis!
I know. It sounds bad, but it's not a sin. All priests do it. It's like a professional consultation. Thing is, I'm a terrible golfer. No short game. But I'm a good storyteller. Really proud to tell the best stories. Funny ones, you know. May not golf tomorrow since I'm not hearing confessions today.
But you make stuff up, right? Pride makes you lie.
Heavens no, Jimmy, I don't prevaricate. Soon after seminary, we began our game, and one day, one of the boys told a zinger, and then the others. And then I teed one off that had them all busting their guts. Excuse me. I wonder if new clubs would help my short game. Callaway's, maybe.
So if it's no big deal, you all do it, Then what's the sin?
Well, every week the competition stiffened and I didn't want to lie, so I became more active in the confessional. I've heard your confession, Jimmy. Don't you see the difference between Father Sebastian and me?
Yeah. Father Sebastian asked me what sins I have to confess, and I just tell him lying. He gives me a penance and absolves me. With you, it's more like an
Interview.
interrogation.
To get more detail from my stories, I pry. But it helps people get to the bottom of their sins. It's good for them. I'm good for them.
If you say so, Father. So, what kind of stories? Any of them about me?
Why, never, Jimmy.
Let's hear one, Father, please.
Well, all right, but I'll change the names to protect the innocent. You promise not to tell.
Oh, yes, Father, I promise.
Well, let's see. There was, Arnold, the ape man. Arnold was a 13-year-old scrawny little squirt, 80 pounds soaking wet, but he had these massive arms.
Ah, Schwarzenegger. I get it.
Yes, so one day, a Saturday, he's on the other side of the screen, and Arnold confesses that he likes to steal and fight. Well, makes sense, I say. The arms. But he says, no, Father, my darkest sin is actually lying. And about what, I say, go on, and he says I lie to my teacher. I tell her I'm going to the lavatory, but then I go and climb the ropes in the gymnasium instead. Huh, makes sense, I say. The arms. No, Father, you don't understand, says he. I really like to climb the ropes every day, up and down and up and down and up and down until I scream like Tarzan.
Tarzan the Ape Man. That little jerk-off was Robert Tewksbury. He was my old man's bully. Used to torment him for playing with dolls.
And, Jimmy, there's one more I want to share with you, and I'm afraid I don't come off well.
Oh, God, it's not Altar Boys, is it?
Good Lord, no! Jimmy, shame on you. That's a stereotype. They're not priests, they're demons. Anywho, a couple of decades ago, a young married woman came into confession on Christmas Eve. She confessed that she'd been dishonest. About what, I say? She said it involved adultery. Go on. Well, it seems she was contesting a traffic ticket in court, and the judge was a stern man. Reminded her of stepdaddy. Well, one thing led to another, and soon they were settling the case in the backseat of his Mercedes. Well, I offered her a penance, but she said, no, Father, wait. There's more. Go on, said I. And, that was just the beginning. She had a thing for men in positions of authority. Not like her husband. He was just a clerk at Paper Clips, the office supply store.
I know the place. My dad used to work there.
Yes, son, I know. Well, she proceeded to rattle off a long list of men. The mayor, the chief of police, the fire chief, the DMV clerk, librarian, even a movie theater usher. Anyone who could sternly reprimand her. That's when pride, Jimmy, prying for details, led to my moral implosion. I lusted for her. I envied other men who owned her, men who took no vow of celibacy. Greedily, I wanted to own her, so I scolded her. I told her we would finish her confession in the rectory.
Father?
Yes, son. We started a tryst, but I hated and blamed myself for it. But pretty soon I turned it all around and projected it back onto her. I called her a whore, unleashed my wrath and tossed her aside. I wanted to wash my hands of the whole thing, but I'd had a taste and I wanted more. I became a glutton. I preyed upon married women to take forbidden fruit from their husbands. I became a monster, Jimmy. I hate him.
What about Sloth?
Well, That's where you come in, Jimmy.
What? Me? Oh no.
Yes, Jimmy. Your mother. I am your
Father?
son. I've been wanting to tell you for ages, but I was too lazy. After I cast your mom aside, she sank into depression, alcoholism, drug abuse. Then your father left. He has some mental illness, lives with dolls. It was no surprise to me that your mother overdosed on Christmas Eve. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. I just had to overcome my sloth, being your first without her. And son, well, no one can know, but I want to be the father you never had, to atone for these awful sins. Will you grant me absolution?
What? Are you fucking kidding me? You want me to absolve you? You want me to be your penance? You killed my mother. You drove my father, my dad, to a dollhouse. You're the reason I work in a toilet. Tomorrow's Mother's Day and I can't even get off work to visit her in the cemetery. Fuck you!
Oh, Jimmy, please!
You haven't changed. Still blabbing confessional stories. Probably still nailing other guys' moms, wives. You are a monster.
Jimmy, please, no!
I'm going to the diocese office
No,
to
my
tell Bishop
pension!
McMillan about all of this.
You can't violate the sanctity of the confessional!
Watch me.
I can't let you do this, son!
I'm not your son.
We'll see about that! I created you and I can destroy you! Look what you made me do. Now, how do I get you out of here? let's see, there's also Mrs. Mary Maytag and Mr. Clean. Mary was a 60-year-old housewife who came in to confess to me that she'd been disobeying her husband. That used to be a thing, Jimmy. Anywho, hubby wanted her to buy a new washing machine. Theirs was 40 years old. She refused, insisted on calling the repairman every month.
Oh, so the repairman came while the husband was at work and...
No, there's no humor in that. That's just porn. We've talked about that in Confessional.
Yes, Father.
Well, she loved that machine. It really did the job for her. Not like old hubby. He just limped around the house. This was in the days before those little blue pills. She named her machine Mr. Clean, and to keep it from dancing across the floor as it rattled through the rinse cycle, she liked to sit on top of him.
Oh my God, that's Barry's grandma! I've been there on wash day.
After the wedding, I'll divorce the dope and take him to the cleaners. Oh! Watch it, you fool!
Oh, I'm sorry, miss. I'm sorry.
I'm melting! What a world! Oh! Ugh. Swear to God I'm going to the manager!
No, miss, please don't do that.
We'll see. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Taking the old spooner to the cleaners.
Oh. Hey, what's that? A Callaway. I'll kill him when it rains tomorrow. I'll hear about this on Confessional next Saturday. And then there's the one about the co-ed and the Trojan cat. One Saturday afternoon, a young college woman came in and confessed that she had been dishonoring her mother and father. Her dad was a veterinarian. Her parents, it seems, rented an apartment for her and her cat. Well, she and her pussy enjoyed entertaining young gentlemen callers. But she was always very careful, intent on finishing her degree, pre-med. Certainly didn't want children. So she discarded the used sheaths in a basket next to her bed. One morning, after her visitor had left, she noticed old Puss dragging his behind across the living room carpet like a wormy dog. And yet, that couldn't be, she said. Old Puss was an indoor kitty. So she skipped class, took the cat to her father's clinic. Dad inspected, reached for his forceps, and extracted an extra-long condom from poor old Puss's behind.
Melissa Throckmorton? Oh, and poor Mr. Fiddlesticks.
Meow. Oozed all over the exam table. And, Jimmy, there's one more, and I'm afraid I don't come off well.
Oh God, it's not Ultra Boys, is it?